What's going on, y'all? It's the Development Doctor. I'm live here with
River the Realtor.
and we're at a Cascade Heights flip that we're looking at purchasing. We haven't been inside yet. We actually found this property after doing a coaching call with our mentees. We opened Zillow to kind of show them an example of a good deal versus a bad deal, and this was the first one that came up. And we were like, oh, this is a really good deal.
For sure.
So we're gonna go inside and take a look at it. Before we go inside, what do you think is gonna be inside?
I don't know. I feel like with properties like this, you never really know. I know this particular one came from an estate, so obviously it's been sitting for a while, having some families kind of figuring out the what's what with the property. So I don't know. You never really know what's behind the walls, but I'm excited. We're in a great area, great comps, great future ROI and value. So I'm excited.
Well, let's go inside and take a look for the whole thing. So as we come in, we can kind of see a couple great things. We see first that there's plaster on the walls, so we probably will come in and take this out. But more importantly, we see a gem in here. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to see if she can say it. What's the gem that you see?
The floors.
The hardwood floors. These are real hardwood floors. This is what LVP kind of originates from. They took LVP to make it look like this, but that is very expensive to do. So they created the fake version of it. We can sand these down and save them. I see instant savings.
Yeah. That's going to make the value for it better for us. If we don't have to come in, rip up the floors, go down to the subfloor, we can kind of use what we already have and kind of make it better.
So let's figure out this floor plan. Now here, guys, is a key indentation of a leak or some sort of moisture that has happened to cause the drywall to come down. Not a big deal though. We can always patch it up, fix it. But in this case, there's texture on the drywall. We're gonna just take it down and redo it. So no big deal.
Yeah, even kind of here, you can kind of see on the trim, it's obviously signs of black mold. Anytime you have exposure to water, evident is gonna happen. So just kind of something to look out for and know as we're walking through the house.
So I guess this is considered the what, living room?
Woo! Well, let's keep walking. You know, some of these homes is configured so oddly that we can't really differentiate what's what until we finish.
I love the fireplace.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
It's an older house, so it's hard to say what it was.
maybe sunroom?
I'm thinking sunroom or maybe even like an office space, some type of flex space. Obviously, this is an older house. You're not going to get that same layout you would see in a new construction, but they all have been incorporating that flex space to kind of give a buyer what it is they want in a home and kind of let them do what they want.
So would you paint this or would you take this out?
The panels, I hate these. I'm sorry. They got to go.
So they got to go.
For sure.
What about the carpet? You going back to the hardwood or you going to keep some carpet?
Please don't play with me, okay? Carpet has to go. All hardwood. I would do carpet in the room, but I think because it's going to be a flex area, we don't know what somebody would want it to be. I think hardwood is easy though.
Hardwood. I like hardwood everywhere, y'all.
Yeah.
So let's continue with the tour.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess this is like the little
Formal dining.
ish.
This fixture to me always indicates dining.
Correct.
For sure.
Good tip. Then here we have a built-in cabinet / china-ish situation, but we could take this out and make it just a flush wall. Key thing to point out, guys, I don't know if the camera's catching it, but the house is extremely unlevel. And the key indication of that is here, where the floor is warping at. It's running downhill, which is typical in an older home. So it's not something to be concerned about. A lot of people that are purchasing in these areas want that integrity of an older house. So don't worry, we can sand this down, reapply the floors, and it'll be nice and level. What's over here, River?
The kitchen.
Let's see.
Okay. Kitchen is honestly not bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I feel like in a lot of these older homes, the kitchen is super jam-packed. I feel like we got a little bit of space in here. Definitely some reconfiguring though.
They look like that's the washer and dryer in the kitchen. So we definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
It looks like they have the water heater here. So I think we would definitely redraw it and relocate that.
For sure.
Good part is this house is on a crawl space. When a house is on a crawl space or a basement, you can relocate anything anywhere really because it's easily accessible. So I always remember that. But yeah, this kitchen is decent kitchen. Speaking of crawl space, it is right here.
I'm gonna let you have fun.
It's a pretty walkable area though. It's actually pretty decent. It's big. So in this area, looks like there's a squatter that actually occupies the property. Not sure how he gets in and out, maybe through the back door or what have you. But this is functional. There's the ductwork here. This is what you will consider your furnace. And then there's another water heater here. So my question would be which water heater actually works, but we'll find out at a later time. But as I said, you can kind of look through here and see your pipes. These are your copper lines, your plumbing pipes. These are your HVAC ductwork. So you can reconfigure the whole house from down here. And honestly, when we're asking about the water heater, the washer dryer, this is a perfect place to place it somewhere down here because you've got a ton of plumbing access, you've got electrical access, and it's a space that's not too tight that you can't use it, and there's exterior access coming in and out. So I would place the the washer and dryer and water heater down here and open up the kitchen more.
Yeah. I think you got a little room to make this a little more functional too. Like definitely because you have all the systems and stuff down here. You lose a little bit of space, but it is open enough where you can make this very functional. On top of adding the washer dryer down here as well.
For sure. So let's go see the rest of the crib.
Let's kind of see what we have on this left wing. Definitely somebody in here. Okay, so this is the first bedroom. I feel like in an older house, I can't definitively say what's the master until I see everything. But kind of like you said, you have some workman here on the floor. Very, very standard in a home like this. Again, you can kind of see some issues here with this. Obviously from the roof, kind of leaking in. I feel like this typically scares people, but we just got to get a new roof. It's just very simple. Easy way to patch this up, kind of fill it in, just kind of make sure everything is back whole. Do like the natural light so that the room is front facing. I think that's a really good selling point, especially when it shows, because it shows very, very well when you got some natural light coming in. So small closet, but I think that's very standard. What do you think about like people who kind of add the different shelving and wardrobes in there to give them more closet space in a home where there's not a lot of closet?
If it's done in a nice way, I like it. But if it's done where it's just random, I don't.
Okay.
So the builder in me is like, how can I make this bigger?
Okay.
And I know that typically if it's a bedroom here, then I seen the bathroom. It's probably the bathroom is their hallway closet. How can I expand this without doing too much? But if not, then to your point, we would have to add a second wardrobe or build the closet out in a way that it seems more efficient, maybe 2 rows, and then shoes stacked to the top. You know what I mean?
Shelving is key. I think the high lows give you a little bit more space than just like the straight line, but you can work with that. Okay, then we have the bathroom, which...
This is the standard granny bathroom.
Yeah, literally from the little square tile. But I like it. I think space-wise, it's very comparable to what you're seeing in newer homes in terms of like the size. Have a little single standing vanity, tub shower. What do you think? Keep the tub or do a standard walk-in shower?
I think today when you only have 1 bathroom or 2, I typically leave the tub so they can have that option. Key indication, guys, when you're looking on Zillow, like we kind of said earlier, when you see bathrooms that look like this is your money. This is somebody's grandma's house. This is an old house. This is a house that just needs what you call cosmetics. This one needs a little more, but don't be scared of it. But I would leave it. I would leave the tub shower combo. I would take this out, obviously, put new tile out. And because it's so small, you can get real nice and intricate with your designs to make it really look bigger than life that it is.
Love that.
You know what I mean? So let's see. Got a little hallway closet that's pretty deep. And then you got another bedroom. So this side, like, is cool. Same size closet though.
Yeah.
Same mold. So this house, they said was a 3-2. And we went downstairs, there was nothing. So we see 2-1 in the sunroom. So where is the...
I feel like I saw like some little stairs. And I feel like that's gonna get us to the money.
So I'm gonna follow you because I don't think I've seen that just yet.
The women, we got eyes that men kind of overlook. This little passageway, it kind of is scary. I'm not gonna lie, it's giving Harry Potter, but I think this might be what we are looking for.
All right. So this is a whole nother level.
And it almost reminds me like the in-law suite, even though we typically see that on the bottom, separate slated out apartment that you can use for like your teen coming in and out or like your in-laws moving in. It kind of reminds me of that just on the top floor.
So what do you think? Like, so this is, I guess, a flex space or something?
I would say so. Kind of give me like a loft vibe.
I like the windows though. The natural light I like a lot. Because right now there's no power and we got all these lights. And I'm assuming this is the bedroom part of it.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of like a studio kind of, like a little small 1-bedroom apartment. Kind of got a living area. You got a room. You got a full bath. And then...
Another window.
Another little window. So this could be some type of storage or something like that. But I think it's a lot that you can do.
We need a closet.
Definitely need a closet.
Well, there's a closet here.
Okay.
It's small, but it's a closet.
Okay.
This bathroom actually not that bad.
It's really not.
Now, obviously, we'll update it, but it's not that bad.
I think the only thing that I would say is, like, obviously we have lower ceilings.
Drop ceiling.
Is there a fix for that?
Yes and no, people. So the builder in me is like, you can, because as you can see here, when you look up, there is space, but the rafters are running flush. They're right here. So if they're running like that throughout the whole floor, it'll be difficult for us to really be able to see. If we can, yeah, it's another one here. So in this case, let's see down here what it looks like. Oh, this is the closet. We missed it.
Okay, yeah. A little sliding door, close that off.
We probably could just make it bigger.
I agree.
Make it double.
This
double
is
closet.
like an in-law suite or like a little apartment. That's kind of what I look at it as.
We could go drywall. It would just be the same height though.
Okay.
So you would consider this a third bedroom though? A functional third bedroom?
Yeah, I mean, it has the window. It has the closet. It has a full bath. I would say functional third
Functional
bedroom.
third?
With a flex space.
For sure.
All right, y'all, we are here at the exact same property, and we're doing what I call our exterior analysis, kind of looking on the outside and making sure we have a full scope of work in terms of what we want to do to personalize it and upgrade the home. So we're going to do a quick little walk. I'm going to point out some things that I'm thinking, and then you guys tell me, I guess what you guys think as well. So come on up. The very first thing that's obviously sticking out to me is the landscaping. I mean, you look around, I think this house has been vacant for about a year, and it looks like it on the outside. We have dead trees, shrubbery, grass, so we definitely want to get some landscaping done just to give it that curb appeal. Where we're going to be placing this price-wise when we list it, we got to make sure we check all the boxes and pull out all the stops. So we definitely want our landscapers out here, give us some green grass, get rid of these dead trees, maybe put some new plants and just kind of give it that feel so that when people pull up, they're like, I definitely want to see what's going on inside. Looking at the house, pretty much the same thing. I mean, we do have some like dead vines kind of coming across. We want to get rid of this, any type of vegetation that might be on the side. Again, just to give it that curb appeal, make sure it looks very well taken care of. The house is dirty from the outside, so of course we're gonna pressure wash it, but I think we should change the color. Let me know what color y'all think. I got some ideas, but I definitely want to hear from you guys. We have these like old kind of shutters. The awnings are a little bit old too. I'm not a huge fan of these awnings, but I feel like we can kind of make it work if we choose a different color for the exterior and kind of complement it with something on the top. So we have landscaping, pressure washing, paint. If y'all look up, again, y'all will see the roof, and it is in bad shape. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna need a completely new roof. That's kind of why we had that leaking and that ceiling kind of falling down in the living room and bedrooms. But once we go up there, make sure we get all of the shingles put down, new roof, clean the gutters. I think we'll have a really, really good exterior. And then of course we have this front porch. If we shimmy over a little, we have the metal handrails, which I think are good. I mean, we might want to paint them, stain them, something, or just kind of get rid of them and do something new. Like I said, curb appeal is a huge thing. We want to make sure when people pull up to the property, it's eye-catching, it sticks out. We have a lot of other renovated properties on this street, so we want to make sure this is the one that catches everybody's eye when they drive past so that we can secure a buyer as soon as we get done flipping.
So I think, we have a lot of potential with this. It's not as bad. I mean, what do you think it'll cost to fix?
Cost to fix. I'm thinking about some of the bigger issues and then thinking about the cosmetics. Square footage is obviously not that big. I think it also depends on how we utilize the lower level. If we clean it up, leave it unfinished, and just do washer dryer downstairs, I don't know. Can y'all come back to me on that one? I don't know.
So I think we'll leave it to you guys to kind of decide. So we have, just for the scope of work, we have to replace the roof, which you'll see in a couple minutes. We have to paint the outside, replace the gutters. We need to do a little bit of landscaping. Of course, interior paint, demo out all the drywall that's damaged, all of these wood panels, this drop ceiling, and put a drywall. We're going to update our electrical. We're going to update the HVAC system. The water heaters look to be fine. We're going to fix the hardwood floors. Up here, we're going to run all laminate. We're going to demo the bathrooms out and tile them. And update our electrical fixtures.
I have a number in my head. I'm just so scared to say it.
What's your number?
It's Like, I'm so scared.
Like what?
I think like 120.
For who?
For, I don't know.
For y'all.
For y'all, it's I think 120.
For us, about a 70.
Okay.
We're gonna drop a 70 max.
Is my 120 on target?
For somebody else, yeah.
Okay.
About,
I'm thinking about the
100
stuff
to
for work.
120.
That's what I'm thinking.
But for us, it's gonna be like a 70. So what we'll do is, guys, we're gonna vlog this whole process from purchase to renovation to loan closing, everything, and give you guys an update on our numbers. I think it'll be a 70. How long you think it'll take?
45 days.
For what? The work or for the to
Like the actual work, like 45 days.
No way. I
think
think
45 days.
we get out here in 21 days.
Okay.
21 days.
I say 45 days.
Call my bluff. And on this channel, my bluff has never been called.
I think 45 days. If
Call
we can
my
get out in
bluff.
21, it's quicker return. But
You see how I'm
45
half of everything she is? Sometimes you need the other half to
Yeah.
make it work. You 45 or 21. You 120, I'm 70.
Yeah. We gonna see.
Hey man, listen, y'all stay tuned for the next episode. We're gonna show you guys how to do these fix and flips. And we're gonna show you how to really run the bag up quick and efficiently.